Hello and welcome to today's live session. Let me see if everything is fine on the YouTube channel, and then let's commence. Give me a minute. Yeah, looks like there is a lag, but anyway, let's continue. So, yesterday, if you remember, we painted three different value studies, and this, what you see in front of you, is one of them. And so, today it's time to paint this using the colors. So, the colors which I have decided to use today are ultramarine blue, gamboge, burnt sienna, and white. And I might use red, which is the vermilion, for some color mixings. So let's get started. I'm going to remove my video, my face video, and so that you get more space to see the desk. Okay, so now I usually used to have this what you see here, the value study painted here, but now it's not there. So I have to look at the screen and draw it. And before I started doing these live sessions, I did not paint square compositions a lot of times, or very occasionally I did that. But now, since started doing that in these live sessions, I tend to like the square format also. Okay, now let's draw the objects in the painting. So the road goes like this. So if you are following along with me, please make sure that you have a square, and this road is, if I divide this into halves, so this will be the halfway mark horizontally, vertically, and this will be my halfway mark vertically. You can see that in this quadrant, this road is starting from the center, below the center. So if you get this wrong, then the road will look as if it's going up the hill, which is not the case in this composition. If you want to intentionally draw it that way, it's a different story, but make sure that you make the drawings correctly, otherwise it will not create the same look which I will create here, because the composition itself will be different. So that's the tree mass, and I think I will make this into an up and down kind of a road. It should be straight line, and there's a mountain which goes like this, and down here, and there is a mountain which goes up. And pull this tree slightly more than that. Okay, and then the clouds and the rest of the things. And I'll have some trees here. And here I want to show that as if there is a valley here, and these trees I can see which are actually growing on the slope here. Let's see while painting how they look, and then I might change a few things. Okay. arrange a few things on the table so that I can read properly. Thanks, Zui. We are yet to start, so I hope you are seeing this great work for the previously done paintings. And my hope is that this painting also will be a nice one. Let's give it a try. So I'll start with the darks. So ultramarine and burnt sienna. Burnt sienna is actually a very dark yellow. I mean, that uh, statement might make you make you surprised, but it's actually the case. Add a bit of yellow to make it more greenish. And these are the first layers what we are applying. And I'm assuming that the light is coming in from that side. So this side will be slightly lighter. This tree might cover more area. This will become much more clearer when we add the lights. But that's the first thing. Now let's paint these, or I'll paint these trees later on after I paint this. So let's, now we need a greenish lighter color. So I'll modify this itself and let's see how it goes. And I want a kind of moss green, which I think I have now. And let's see. Yeah, looks okay to me. Let's apply this and see how it goes. I might add a bit of blue and white also. And I may not make this, unlike the value study which you see here, I will not make this line a very straight line because I want to indicate a few trees on top of this mountain also. And I will at the same time make this portion slightly darker because this is the valley, so it will be darker here. Now I need a similar color for this, but I'll have to make it lighter. So I'll add more white and more blue. And let's see how, whether it's causing enough value difference. No. So I need to lighten it further. So now let's see. Yeah, but I think I can go a bit more lighter and a bit of blue. I'll not paint details with this. I can come in with the dark later on and paint the edge again. Let me add a bit more blue and also white. I forgot to add the white because when I add blue, it changes the value, makes it darker, and I need to add white to make it lighter. As I always say, every painting is an experiment. So even I don't know how this will turn out. This is not a rehearsed painting, but I want to. I think I should make these trees smaller because I want to show the mountain is far away, not very close at least. So if I make these valleys of these or make these trees taller, then it will look as if this mountain is close by because average height of this kind of tree is fixed, and we know it by intuition. Even by looking at it, we can say whether this is right or wrong. And if we get that wrong, then it looks unnatural. So I'll add some of this blue in some places and also add a bit of brown in a few places. But I'm keeping the value within that range, not making it darker. So that basically adds some variation in the color and doesn't look like a wall. It looks like there are things which are dimensional. Now let's paint. What should we paint? There are two choices, either this or this. Okay, let's paint the ground first or this road first. So for the road, I will start with burnt sienna and add a white. And I'm making, or I intend to paint it like a mud road. So those colors should be the thing, or should make it look like that. Now that I have this mountain like this, I don't know whether I would be painting those smaller trees near this. I don't know. Let's see. because it may not look correct. At the base, I will paint with this green, blue, green, some color here, so that it looks as if this is the side of the road. And I will paint, I'll stop here at least for the road. I will make paint the details later on. And now let's paint the sky. So I'll start the sky with white, or with a very small tinge of hint of blue. And as I go up, I will start adding more blue. In the value study, I've shown some cloud in the painting. Let's see if I need to add that. I will, or to paint it, or downplay that as an object or as a shape. Let's see. And I'll bring this blue at least for gradation this side. Otherwise, I want this side to be slightly lighter because the light is coming in from here. And painting a cloud would be a nice thing here. But I don't want to paint a very crisp and clear cloud. I just want a hint. Yeah, should be okay. I guess let me add a bit of gray to this cloud. Now you can see that it looks like a cloud now, even though I did not do much. And if you can achieve to suggest something without doing a lot of brush work, then that's actually an achievement. Okay, now let me take a look at it for a few seconds, which will tell me what needs to be added. Yeah, what I can do is, instead of painting these trees which you see in the value study, which are not very tall, they end before the top of this mountain. I can paint a few which go up above the line of this. How will that look? Anyway, let's first work on this and these areas and then decide. So now I want to show the road properly. I want to add details to that. So I mixed a lighter color, and as the light is coming in from this side, there won't be any shadow here of these trees at least. But if I paint a tree here, then I'll have to paint a shadow. So, okay, now let's add, I think I will add one tree here. I don't want to paint it here, which will overlap this point, but I'll add one here, which might throw a shadow here. So I need a dark color. I'll make it here itself. The same dark green which I used for painting these trees. I need a similar color. And let's paint this. Want to see whether it's enough of a differentiator. It's not. I'll make it darker and add a bit of red also now because I need the color to be darker. And now since I painted one, I can paint more also. And I might have to make this mountain slightly lighter, but before that, let me use this same color here to paint the details. And now let's paint the light on these trees with with this color. I think I'll add a bit of white also. And this portion of this tree also will be light. But I don't want this to be as obvious as this, so I'm not intentionally making this lighter. I'm okay with just a hint of light green. Yes. No, I could have used without washing the brush. I could have used it on this tree, and it makes it necessary that I make this mountain lighter. But before that, let me paint the shadow of these trees. So the shadow will be dark brown because the road is brown, reddish brown. And let's paint it here. And the way we paint this will define the direction of the light. So let's decide whether we want to paint it that way or this way. I don't, of course, I don't want to paint it exactly horizontal. Let's paint it slightly tilting towards us. This is happening because it's not getting very dark because this color is still wet. And similarly, this tree will also have its shadow here. And it's time to make this mountain lighter. But now the challenge is this should not be very close to this in terms of value. So let's see. It's exactly same as this. So I need to make it slightly darker. I need to make this dark. And let's see if it makes any difference here. Makes a bit of a difference. Not huge, but then it's okay. I only want these two trees to look uh, separate from the mountain there. That's the only thing which I want to achieve. And I'll leave this portion like this only. I will not make it lighter or add this color there. Yeah. Looks okay to me. Now let's see what else do we need to make this proper. It'll be green here. And now some final touches. Make this darker in a few places. This is like negative painting. I'm painting this tree positively and this tree negatively. And I'll add a few lighter tones in here. And what else? Make this tree a bit dark. The cloud can be a bit more lighter at the top to make it slightly more prominent, but not much. I'm using a different tool to cast this. So right now I'm live casting this to I think YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Yeah, I think only these three. But let me know if this sounds clear and looks clear. And I think we are towards the end of the painting process. Let's see. Let me look at this painting for a few seconds. And if you are watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done it. If you are, even if you are watching this as a recording, please subscribe. If you are watching this on Facebook, then do follow my page. That will make sure that you get notified whenever I do a live session. Anyway, for this week, I'm going to go live every day till Friday. Saturday, I haven't decided yet. So do join me every day for this week and even coming weeks when I, but that program I will be announcing shortly as I get some feedback about how this method of doing live works, like doing the value studies first and then taking one value study and painting it on a day and so on. So hopefully this has given you some information and also some inspiration to take out your paints and try painting this. And it doesn't matter as long as you do this in your sketchbook. If you don't want to show it to anybody, don't show it. So there is no question of shame or anything. You just do the practice, and I can assure you that you will get better and better with every painting which you make. And it, as I'm doing it, it need not be a large painting to learn from it. It can be just, this is even smaller than A5 now. This would be, this whole paper is A4. Let me hide my camera. This whole paper is A4. When I divide it into two, it becomes A5. So you can see that this painting is smaller than A5. But painting even this size painting will give you enough practice. So that's it from my side for today. See you tomorrow and happy painting.